Welcome back to Magic in the Noise. Today we're going to be talking about how to use remote viewing to get sports results. In remote viewing, one thing we're often told is that you cannot remote view numbers, that it's too hard.
What, like it's hard?
That because numbers are symbols, that for some reason, even though we can remote view other symbols, we can't remote view numbers.
Yeah, but we had found that maybe that's not quite what we thought, because once we had success with the finances, we were supposed to do a stress test. And we're still going to do the stress test, but I got a little bit distracted because we thought that maybe we could turn this technique towards sports and we could see what would happen.
We decided that we would try to remote view precise scores for both teams for hockey games, soccer, and basketball. Like we did with the finance predictions, we have just started out with a proof of concept to see what kind of results we can get. And so far, David?
It's been quite interesting in that we are seeing that we can get within a few points or the exact score result of a given team within a given game. So I see it aligning a lot with what we saw in finances. It's just that it looks a little bit different and the methodology had to be adjusted slightly to accommodate.
Whereas with the financial predictions, we were predicting the close price of an asset. With the sports, there are more variables to predict that can still be valuable. There are the individual scores for each team, as well as the over-under, and then, of course, which team won.
So we're going to go ahead and provide some of the results up on Twitter, which is time-stamped, and you guys can go look at all of it. We see enough repeatable results with this method against sports that we're going to continue doing them under a stress test condition over the next maybe few weeks to a month, just to verify that this holds up. But we've seen it over many trials already, and we can see the patterns.
The proof of concept stage is when we're testing different things, different techniques and approaches to see what works and what works best. And then the stress test is when we settle on one approach that we think is providing the best results, and then we just consistently use that to see if we can increase the accuracy of the outcomes. Once we get done with this upcoming stress test phase, then if it's successful, we will set up a new tier on our Patreon to share predictions that we're making from our technique going forward.
We couldn't help ourselves, and we had to test this against sports. And so now we have sort of two stress tests that we need to do, one against the finances, one against the sports. So it may take us just a little bit longer to get a result that we want before we move forward to live trials on Patreon. And we're only two people, so we hope that you'll be patient with us in terms of expectation. But we are working diligently on this, and we see very interesting results. And so I have no doubts that you'll see more from us on this particular topic. Just a couple weeks ago, we put out a video on finances where we had used a new methodology to try to get precise numbers associated with the price movement of an asset. And we got within less than 0.5%. And we had like 19 of them. So you can go see that information on the link provided, and you can check it out for yourself.
Thank you so much for your support to all our patrons and to our YouTube subscribers, and to everybody else. If you want to see more content like this, hit the like and subscribe. Good night.
Bye.